It all started on a particularly stressful evening. Emily had just wrapped up a long and exhausting day at work, where the never-ending deadlines and back-to-back meetings had drained every ounce of energy from her body. By the time she got home, all she wanted was to collapse on the couch and forget about everything for a while, but the tension in her shoulders and back wouldn't let her relax. Her roommate, Jason, noticed her discomfort as she groaned while stretching her arms. Jason was a friendly guy, always willing to help, and they had been roommates for almost 2 years. They had a comfortable platonic friendship where they shared meals sometimes, watched movies together, and occasionally vented about their day. "You look like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders," Jason said with a small chuckle as he set his laptop aside. "I feel like it," Emily admitted, rubbing the back of her neck. "I swear my muscles are so tense, they might just snap." Jason leaned forward with a thoughtful expression. "You know, I took a few massage therapy classes back in college just for fun, but I learned a few techniques that actually work. I could help if you want." Emily hesitated. The idea of a massage sounded amazing, but the thought of Jason giving it to her felt strange. He was her friend, her roommate, but her aching muscles won the battle against her reservations. "All right," she said, trying to keep her tone casual. "But don't be weird about it." Jason laughed. "I promise. Just sit on the couch and relax." She did as he said, settling on the couch with her back facing him. Jason stood behind her, rolling up his sleeves before placing his hands gently on her shoulders. The moment he applied pressure, Emily let out a sigh of relief. His hands were warm and firm, kneading the knots in her muscles with practiced ease. "Wow," she murmured, surprised by how good it felt. "You weren't kidding about those classes." Jason chuckled. "Told you. Just try to relax." As he continued, Emily found herself melting into his touch. The tension that had been weighing her down all day started to fade, replaced by a pleasant warmth. She closed her eyes, focusing on the rhythmic movement of his hands. After a while, she noticed a strange feeling creeping up on her, an awareness of Jason in a way she had never considered before. His hands moved with precision, his touch gentle yet firm, and for some reason, it sent an unfamiliar flutter through her chest. She shook off the thought, telling herself it was just the relaxation talking. But when he moved down to her upper back, his fingers pressing into the muscles there, she couldn't ignore the way her heartbeat picked up. "You okay?" Jason asked, his voice close to her ear. Emily blinked. "Yeah, just really relaxed." "Good," he said, continuing his movements. She tried to focus on how great the massage felt, but her mind kept drifting to the fact that it was Jason doing this, the same Jason who always stole the last slice of pizza, who teased her about her terrible taste in reality TV shows, who was just a friend. Wasn't he? The massage lasted for another 10 minutes before Jason finally pulled away. "All right, I think that should help. You feeling better?" Emily turned slightly to look at him, suddenly hyper-aware of how close he was. "Yeah, that was amazing, actually." Jason smiled, his usual easygoing expression in place, but there was something in his eyes that made her stomach flip. "Anytime, Em," he said. She swallowed, forcing herself to smile back. "Thanks, Jason." He gave a small nod before stepping away, stretching his arms as if shaking off the moment. "Well, I think I'm going to grab a snack." "Want anything?" Emily shook her head. "No, I'm good." As Jason walked to the kitchen, Emily let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. She ran a hand through her hair, trying to process the unexpected shift in her thoughts. It was just a massage, a friendly favor, nothing more. Then why did it feel like something had changed? The next day, Emily found herself thinking about the massage more than she cared to admit. Every time she caught a glimpse of Jason moving around the apartment, her mind flashed back to the way his hands had felt on her skin. She scolded herself for it, but it didn't stop the thoughts from coming. Jason, on the other hand, acted completely normal, as if nothing had happened. He cracked jokes, stole her coffee creamer like he always did, and made fun of her for forgetting to do the dishes. If he felt anything strange about the night before, he didn't show it. Emily wished she could do the same, but the more she tried to push it aside, the more it lingered. One evening, about a week later, Jason was watching TV while Emily scrolled through her phone. She caught herself glancing at him when he wasn't looking, noticing things she had never paid much attention to before: the way his jawline looked sharp under the glow of the TV, the way he absent-mindedly ran a hand through his hair when he was focused. "Hey, Em," he said suddenly, making her jump. "What?" Jason smirked at her reaction. "You all right? You've been quiet." "I'm fine," she said quickly, hoping he wouldn't see through her. "Just thinking." He tilted his head. "About what?" Emily hesitated. "Nothing important." Jason studied her for a moment before shrugging. "All right, but if you ever want another massage, just let me know." "No charge." Emily's face heated up. He said it so casually, but for some reason, it sent her heart racing. She forced a laugh, trying to play it cool. "I'll keep that in mind." As Jason turned back to the TV, Emily took a deep breath, realizing that she had made a mistake, one she couldn't ignore anymore. She had allowed him to massage her without thinking much of it, but now, every time she looked at Jason, she couldn't stop thinking about how it had felt. And worst of all, she wasn't sure if she wanted to stop.